How's it going, guys? Mr. Zatola back, and I'm just going to do diagram number 3 for you here. So again, we see we still have the same 3 layers. We're going to call them A, B, and C. All right. Some limestone on the bottom, some sandstone, and then some shale. And clearly something has happened to them. Obviously, they're in this weird patterny shape. So what's gone on? Well, this isn't a fault. This is a folding event. And notice that the fold happens to all 3 layers, which means the layers must have been there before the fold. So if we wanted to get started with that, we would say deposition of the limestone, which we call layer A, deposition of the sandstone, which we call layer B, deposition, oof, that was horrible, and deposition of the shale, which we called layer C. And these are all, we know that that's the order because of superposition. All right, we know they weren't disturbed. That's the order they were laid down with. A being the oldest, C being the youngest. A's been down longer because it's on the bottom. Right, and now something happened. So there's a folding event that happened, which means there's pressure that came from both sides, and it caused this fold. So we would say folding. And why do we know folding happened to everything? It's cross-cutting relationships. Again, think of the sandwich. You don't cut your sandwich, or you don't, break down your sandwich into pieces before you've built it. You have to build it, then you cut it, okay? Imagine a 6-foot hero if you had to cut the bread first and then go back and cut each individual piece of meat and then each individual piece of tomato and onion and the lettuce. It wouldn't work. It's better to make it as a whole and then cut it later on, and that's how the earth does it. The last piece is we want to identify the what's called anticline and syncline. So I have a little pretty fun way, I think, of remembering it. So for me, this is the anticline. All right, and this is the syncline. Okay, now let me explain to you how I remember the anticline. That's how I do it. Let me get a better color here. So I remember the anticline because the anticline goes like this and has the letter A. Okay, that's how I remember anticlines. It could be an A if we crossed them. Syncline is the other way. Synclines are usually like basins. You probably won't have to do a lot on these, but it's good to know it. So that's how you know anticline and syncline. Okay, everyone. Hope you're all well and healthy and staying safe. And keep up the great work. I've been getting a lot of phenomenal work from everyone, and keep the comments coming in. It's nice to hear everyone's doing well. All right, everyone. Have a great day.